Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great one. So we've got a lot to unpack. This week we're expecting earnings numbers from the Gamma companies. I call them Gamma because they spell out the word. You've got Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, and Apple all reporting this week. We've got Fed data coming this week. We've got all kinds of things happening. Now, let's go back to the whole Gamma thing. Those companies represent almost 25% of the S&P index. That's big. That's kind of big. So those numbers are also going to wind up most likely moving the stock markets and could have an effect on the Cryptoverse. So pay attention to those. This could be a good buying opportunity for them. It could be foretelling of the future, meaning this is what they've done in the past. So far, this is how everything's been affecting them. We'll see what happens. But these are stock numbers that I'd be paying attention to. This is also a very big week. You have 150 companies from the Dow, from the Dow index that are going to be reporting. Second busiest week ever in the country, right? With regard to stocks. So again, something that I'm going to be looking for that could definitely have an effect on the stock market that could also spill over into the Cryptoverse. But pay attention. The Cryptoverse has also, given everything that's going on in the stock market as of late, Cryptoverse has been steady, has been holding steady. That's interesting to me. It's very, very interesting to me that the resilience of the Cryptoverse has been profound. Profound. All right. With the Fed numbers coming out this week, I'm kind of like, yeah, there's a lot going on there, right? You've got manufacturing numbers that are coming out, a whole bunch of stuff. Here's my point. Everybody on Friday was like, oh, maybe there's going to be a Fed pivot, and the market took off. I think they read it wrong. There is not going to be a pivot anytime soon. I think there are going to be at least 2 more hikes and then maybe a pause and a pivot. But no time soon. I'm not expecting a pivot until first quarter, and I don't mean early first quarter of 2023. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm not a numbers person. I'm not a financial advisor, but for my money and how I'm thinking, how my kids are thinking, and how they're moving their money, that's what's really going through our heads right now. That's really what we're looking at. So I'm kind of paying attention to see how that goes. Now, FTX has not listed Cardano. Number 8 in market cap has not listed Cardano. There should be no surprise. He backs Solana, right? So Cardano's not listed, but still, that's really strange, really odd. Why wouldn't you be listing Cardano? It's been around for a long time. It's trusted. It's tried and true. Has had far less problems than Solana has had. How come it's not listed? The only reason I can think of is that it's a direct competitor to Solana. And if Cardano picks up more dApps and keeps going in the direction that it's going, I firmly believe that people will start, forgetting about Solana. It's not dependable. I have no hatred towards Solana or anything like that. When I first started looking at them, I was kind of like, oh, this seems very interesting. But every time I turn around, I got to reset the clock, for another network problem. I just don't see it. Now, SBF has done something else. He came out with his controversial standards proposal, and the world erupted on him. He's since revised those the standards proposal. My thing is that maybe he shouldn't have come up with the standards proposal to begin with. He's moving very fast and trying to be he is very controversial, but also influential in the space. He spends a lot of time in DC. Why? He's his own lobbying company. That's why he's out there lobbying. And I'm sure there are other, associations that are out there lobbying, but him alone has been lobbying a lot. That's a problem to me. And it's a problem because he's standing alone, and it's kind of like, well, That means that you're coming up with these ideas, in a vacuum, in a silo, all by yourself. Talk to other people. Get an idea. That's what I would be doing. But that's not what he's doing. Again, he's the head of a centralized exchange. I don't expect him to act any different, really. I really don't. But it's kind of a big deal with all of these things that he's got going on. I mean, who was it that said it? I think George Tung said it. He's over at Cryptos R Us. Good guy. Don't know him personally, but I'd listen to his show every now and then. Good dude. We agree and disagree on certain things as well, as we should. But yeah, not a fan. We're not a fan of, neither one of us are fans of, Sam Bankman-Fried. He does some stuff that we're just kind of like, not what we're looking for. Another big news, Binance has gotten licensed to operate in Cyprus. FTX got it last month. Binance got it this month. And people are wondering, why is that so significant? It's a freaking big money Russian oligarch haven that is now becoming a big Russian techie haven. Why? Because all those techies started leaving Russia. Russia had a brain drain when they entered Ukraine. That brain drain said, yeah, this is not going to be a good place to go. So a lot of people started leaving. More people started leaving when Putin said, oh, we're going to start, basically drafting people. People bounced. And a lot of people bounced to Cyprus. Right? And so operating in Cyprus is a very big deal. You've got access to a brain trust. You have access to money. There's a lot going on. Now, whether or not, based on sanctions, are you allowed, because they're still Russians, are they allowed to let them operate on their platforms? I don't know. Or should they, is the better question. I don't know. I'm waiting to see how that plays out. But either way, there are other rich people there. It's not just Russians. It's an island nation full of money. Full of money. So that's going to be a very, very big deal. So anyway, let's get to the numbers, because the numbers this week have been pretty good. This week, it's only Monday. But the numbers have been pretty good. Let's get to this. All right, so looking across everything, you know who I'm paying attention to? That dark green box over there called Matic. That's what I'm paying attention to. And the reason why, Matic's been on the move. Matic has been on the move. Just a couple of days ago, it was at 79 cents. I think even a little bit lower. And now it's at 89 cents. That's a big move. That's a very big move. I'm expecting a lot out of Matic because they've got a lot of deals in the works. They've got the most dApps, out there than any other network, including Ethereum. So it's a very big deal that they keep moving, and they keep moving solidly and quietly upward. Because everybody's kind of like, well, when Ethereum, introduces their ZK implementation, there's not going to be a need for Polygon, except that Polygon has a huge ecosystem. Huge. You can just drop the H, just huge. So it's something I pay attention to. Binance coin is up. BNB is up. Ethereum is up 1351. That 1350 has been a really hard problem for Ethereum. I don't expect it to stay there, by the way. Same with BTC being above 19.2. Don't expect it to stay there. Why? I'll show you why. Do I have the numbers over here? There you go. So you can see my inner and outer bands. My inner band is the green, marked off by the green. Might look a little orange down here, but that's the bottom. This is the top. And you also have my blue bands, which is right here and right here. And if you look, been trading for a while under my inner band. And now it pops up above, and now it's kind of bouncing around the bottom. I expect us to be here for a little while. Do I think things are going to get a little bit better as we move toward Christmas? Yes. I do expect them to get a little bit better, but am I expecting any kind of a huge move? Nope, not. Just not. I think that it's going to be a good buying time for a nice period of time. So I'm using dollar cost averaging to constantly buy in. I'm not worried about Bitcoin going up 500, dropping 500. I don't care. And I don't care because Bitcoin was at 69,000 before, almost 70,000. So anything at this range to me is a discount, and I'm going to get in. I think it's better savings. I think it's better opportunity. And like I said before, there's your whole wallet in terms of how much money you have and where you can put it, right? You have different investment vehicles. You have interest from a bank, other fiat related things, bank accounts, money markets, IRAs, blah, blah, blah. Great. Got it. You have real estate, you have businesses you might be invested in, and you also have crypto. This is why I put a lot of money in crypto, because I'm at least semi-liquid, right? I can get into crypto and I can get out of crypto. Anyway, these are the numbers as I see them. And if I'm looking across the board, if I just want to see a list of numbers, this is what I'm paying attention to. Remember what I said about Cardano being ahead of Solana? Well, here you are. A market cap of 12.4 billion versus, a market cap of 10.3 billion. Solana's closest competitor is actually Cardano. I would not be sleeping on Doge either. Make your case, because Solana is not necessarily a go-to platform for certain things. It's just not. Right? So Cardano hasn't fallen. Solana has a lot. Just saying. So, on those heels, you've got Polygon at 11, Dogecoin at 10, Solana at 9, Cardano at 8. And Polygon is growing fast. Very fast. Okay, so pay attention to this. Even Shiba Inu is not that far away when you look at this. Who else am I looking at down here? Cosmos is, was doing well. Probably going to come back. It's got a good platform. Atom's got a good platform. Quietly Stellar. That's another one that I'm kind of like, man, I do hold a little bit. I do hold a little bit of Stellar. I wonder. I really do wonder about that one. Algorand is taking it on the chin lately because they seem to be a little bit more centralized than what people had originally thought. So we'll see how that one goes. But I don't know. VeChain is another one of my favorites. Really big favorite of mine. They've got supply chain on lock. These people know how to maneuver around, supply chain. They've got solutions. So I'm paying attention to that. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.